Hello everybody and welcome back to another Kerbal Space Program video. Today we are doing a video of the Ariane 5. It is a rocket by the European Space Agency and we are getting right into this with a launch taking off right away. So the Ariane 5 is a rocket by the European Space Agency, or ESA. The European Space Agency is a group of different European countries that all kind of form together to make their one space agency. Right here in the video you can see I am executing a roll maneuver for my spacecraft here. This is actually the stock spacecraft that they give you for Kerbal here. And as you can see, we are developing aero forces on the vehicle as we're going through the atmosphere. So the Ariane 5 uses two strap-ons on rocket boosters and a singular liquid fuel booster for the middle engine. As you can see here, despite some of my other videos, I do not all the time forget to do gravity turns. So here is me doing a gravity turn right here. Here in a couple seconds, I just decided, I got this mod called camera tools. I just decided to use that. Ooh, you can see some cool engine effects too. I thought that was kind of cool with the mud in the background. You can kind of see the rocket. It kind of looks like it's going towards the moon. So here we have booster separation. So for this rocket is actually going to be launching NASA's James Webb Space Telescope later this year. So cool. We've been waiting several years for the James Webb Space Telescope to be launched. And the Ariane 5 might actually, I'm not sure, but I think it is going to be retiring soon as a rocket. Most rockets get retired after a while, but the Ariane 5 is a good, really reliable rocket. So as you can see, we are starting to make our orbit just a little bit higher. We actually had a very steep gravity turns. The reason you do a gravity turn is to help make it so the Earth, or Kerbal in our case here in Kerbal Space Program, helps you slingshot over the horizon, making it so you just have to use a little bit less fuel as you're going. So here you can see we're about to MECO, or main engine cutoff. You can see some really cool plumes from the engine. And here is main engine cutoff. And the spacecraft should separate here in just a second. There goes the fairings. And the second stage, that was some random explosion. Again, just like my Soyuz video. Apparently I like doing random explosions. You can see our payload has been revealed. It is just a bunch of ore tanks. Just a demo payload. Like I said, this is the stock craft for the KSP Ariane 5. So I didn't change anything. Right here, I am just trying to just basically mess with it and see if I can get it to do anything better. I think I decided right there was enough. Here in just a second. And then here in just a second, I will add right now I will add a maneuver, which will make it so I will fire the engine and I will go into orbit. So the James Webb Space Telescope that will be launching later this year is actually going to be launching much farther than this. This is just what I had wanted to do for this mission, so it wouldn't extend for a long time. So here is this mission all planned out. We have our burn, and I am starting to direct myself towards my way that I have to point for the maneuver node. As you can see there, I only have 684.0 meters per second that I have to gain, leaving me with about 700 meters per second when I get done with this burn. So meters per second is just how much velocity you can gain. Delta V or fuel that you have to gain. So here in about 20 seconds, actually 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 4, 3, 2, 1, engine start up. And you can see this engine is very efficient, that I have right here, but it's not doesn't produce very much thrust. So you can see our stuff slowly starting to tick down, but it's not going very fast. So we have 400 right here. 450 meters per second left. Here I go into a time warp just to make it go by just a little bit faster. So yeah, I'm just have these fuel tanks as a payload. This is actually a very, very capable rocket. So I could basically carry whatever I wanted to. And some news about the James Webb Space Telescope. It actually just got packed up, and I think I'm pretty sure it is ready for shipment to go across the for shipment to go get integrated into the rocket. It will be launched later this year, 2021, and we've been waiting for a couple years. Here I'm just trying to remove a bunch of weight, just jetsoning that ore that is in those ore tanks. And I am going to do a deorbit burn here in just a second. So all rockets deorbit their second stages just to make space just a little bit less cluttered. If you deorbit your second stage, usually it's good practice too, but usually you want to deorbit it over the ocean. Sometimes in KSB, mine don't deorbit over the ocean. I should probably be more careful about that. Wouldn't want to harm the poor microbes living in the sands of the desert that I usually land on. But here we have, I think right here I go for a pretty straight up and nope. So now we're going to re-enter the atmosphere. I kind of just let the rocket do whatever it wanted right here. Just flip around and see what it wanted to do. I was looking for more ore to jetson. I only found a couple, but still, less weight. Here we are facing the incoming atmosphere. We have started to see the effects of re-entry heating. As you can see, the re-entry heating has a very brutal impact on spacecraft. I did deorbit over the water this time, so that was pretty nice. So this spacecraft will want to fall heavy end first back to Earth, which, works when you're not trying to reuse it. So, in one of my upcoming videos, I'll talk about how you could reuse a second stage and how SpaceX is going to be doing that with Starship. So, as we just watched this video of this booster falling down, as you can see, if you look at our velocity down there in the middle, it actually shows my velocity is going down by a lot. Here, this is spinning out of control, and we will hit the ocean here in a second with a pretty satisfying splash. And yeah, I was hoping everything would burn up on re-entry, but apparently it didn't. Normally with Earth, they would burn up on re-entry, but it didn't want to do that this time. So I actually don't have any control over my spacecraft right now. I ran out of electrical charge, and 3, 2, 1, my spacecraft has been destroyed. Yeah, so right here is a clip of the actual Ariane 5 taking off. The solid rocket boosters propelling it into the sky with the liquid fuel booster. Yeah, this is a beautiful rocket. It works super duper well. And thank you guys for watching this video. Peace.